I made the beat.
I'm gonna pull up in that right phone.
About My Money TV. It's your boy King Chaos. What's up with y'all, man? What's up, man? I know it's been a minute, man. We've been sitting back getting money, man, enjoying the family for the holidays. You know, we went through Christmas and the New Year's, and I haven't been putting out any blogs. I've been putting out little content here and there, but I haven't had a blog since last year, man. So this is my first time jumping on here hollering at the people, man. Excuse the little scruff, man. It's cold out here in the Midwest, man. I didn't get to the barber today, man, but we had to recap January, and we had to get some footage up here for y'all, man, before Midnight Madness, man. So I wanted to give my Midnight Madness predictions, go over the SuperFight card that happened at the beginning of January, that Tay Rock and Danny Myers was fired. We're going to go through all that. And then if you stick around for the whole video, I'm going to give you a little bit of what One Shot Battle League and down here in Nap got going on, man. So I'm going to take y'all on the world tour real quick, man. Hope everybody been alright, man. Salute everybody in the game, man. About My Money TV, you know how we do it. Let's talk about this SuperFight, man. Who was out on SuperFight, man? SuperFight, man, to me was a dope event. It started out a little rocky. When I look back at it now, I get a little bit more excited about it, man. It started out a little rocky, man, but with Anderson Burris and Swave, man, I don't know too many people who care for that battle. If you gotta say somebody won that, you gotta say Anderson Burris won. I think Swave, man, Swave, you's a certifiable legend. I'm one of them people that, you know, I think you're polarizing kind of, because some people be like, Swave, or Swave. I like Swave, man. I like some things you done, but it's been, you know, it's been a while, Swave. So to go in there and kind of do what you did, man, and like from the fans' perspective, we wanted more for you, but we had to get that one to Anderson Burris. Just my thoughts. Crazy breakout performance for Drugs against Lou Castro, man. I'm gonna talk about Lou Castro, then we can flip to Drugs. Lou Castro, man, arguably the last few battles, man, you've lost, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because you got catapulted so quick. You've been having some good battles, but arguably most people would say you probably lost your last 3 battles, if we're being honest, and that's what About My Money TV gonna do. We're gonna bring you the honesty. You know, I got a lot of peers and friends and people I mess with in battle rap. I'm a battle rap fan, first off, you know, and I put my money where my mouth is and trying to help the culture. But man, Lou, we're gonna talk about it. I your bounce back battle versus Big T in the Midnight Madness, so I'm gonna move on. But I just say that I was disappointed in Lou slipping up like that on the SuperFight, you know what I'm saying, against Drugs. Drugs took and did what I would expect Drugs to do. I was on shout out to the Spaces, man. The Spaces really been big for battle rap, man. If you ain't on Twitter, get a Twitter, man. Jump on Twitter, follow us at About My Money. Of course, it's probably me, About My Millions, you know, y'all know how to find me, but make sure you're on Twitter. If you're up and coming artist, make sure you're in them spaces, man. Really been a lot of good information passed on to the battlers. A lot of dope content been coming out on spaces, so make sure you get a Twitter, you get on space, you get involved. Drugs, I was telling them, Drugs, man, is really a veteran, man. A lot of people don't, but if you think about it, the Goonies, you know, are here to stay now. Each one of the individuals after the group, we kind of knew where they stood, but they all broke out and did their thing. And Drugs was on the fence. Drugs was talking about return last time I seen him. So with that being said, Drugs comes out this battle to get Lou out of here, man. Like, hey, all friends aside, he came to get Lou out of here. He did a great job of breaking Lou Castro down, breaking the style down, and I gave it to Drugs, Gentleman's 30. After that, you had the battle. I don't know if this is in order, but this is in my mind. You had the Battle of the Joneses, man. Chilla Jones Man, it's almost the same argument that I had for Lou Castro. Not the same in what I think caused it, but the same in that both of y'all arguably lost your last couple battles. Lou, for different reasons, I just think Lou need to get back focused, get back locked in. I think he's a talented young man. I think big stages are really where his style transitions or shines a little bit better. But back to Chilla Jones, man, Chilla, man, like arguably you could have lost your last three battles, and I don't think I heard you before the Serious Jones battle, and before the Serious Jones battle, you was like you coming for your belt this year. You know how hungry you was, how and when you were saying it, when I was watching it, it reminded me of the year you did come from the championship belt. When you did get the belt, um, you was hungry, you was confident, but I don't think the way that you approaching these battles are capitalizing on your best attributes. Let me say it in that way. This battle burst, Serious Jones. Serious Jones been on the opposite end of that spectrum. Serious Jones has came back fresh out, got right to business, and arguably has won the last 3 or 4 battles. I don't care what y'all say. I know what I watch. I'm not hating on nobody. I love this culture, and that's why I'm in front of this camera giving y'all my opinion about it. If I didn't love this culture, I wouldn't even be doing this, man. I really do this because I love it, man. I love what y'all doing. I love battle rap. I've always been a fan of battle rap. I'm the guy who used to sit in the trap house and buy the Smack DVDs back in the day and just let them play into the, we tore the little DVD player up. So I love Smack. I love all the battles, but Serious has put in the work in the past, and he's showing. It's like each battle he's showing, he's transitioning his style to this new form of battle rap that's popular. Not compromising himself, but getting to the punch and make it and condensing the material to make it more palatable to the audience at hand. Serious Jones did a good job of that in this battle. I think Chilla just didn't package his material in the right way in order to get that thing done. So I had to get this one to Serious Jones. I'm not 100%. I'm honest if I gave it to him 2-1 or 3-0, but I know when that battle was over, I had Serious Jones win. The next battle after that was JC and Sharon. Man, it's been a lot of talk about this JC and Sharon. Just like any battles, everybody has their person that they thought won or whatever. I thought what Sharon did in the first, I gave him the first. Coming out of the first, I was like, dang, Sharon is looking good. He might be the Smack Killer. He might be back on track to what he usually does. Transfer back to the second round. I'm like, no, JC, I know everybody say, oh, you can't use the race angle. You can't. When you have someone in an opposite race across from you on a platform as large as URL, no matter how many times it's being used, if you execute it properly, then you can use that same angle, and that's what JC did. Sharon is a rebuttal or a freestyler. I like the flow pattern that he was using in the first, but what JC did in the second was shut all of Sharon's attributes down. He rebuttals after every round. He did not rebuttal after JC's second round. So he lent an air of truthfulness to what JC said, which disarmed him in that second round. And after that, I didn't even want to hear too much of what Sharon had to say, even though I'm analytical and I still did listen. JC did everything he was supposed to do. I gave him the last 2 rounds, 2-1 JC. This Rock and Danny battle was a win for the culture. Now I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I felt in this battle. When this battle started, I was like, oh my goodness. This is going to be what we wanted it to be. Rock did his thing. Um, but Danny went crazy. He capitalized on all the energy. He was prepared. He had his guys behind him. I done heard the word gas. I done heard the word bias. I done heard all those. When I watch, the people in the room don't decide if I like a bar or not. What decides if I like a bar or not is me listening to the bar in the context of what they rapping about. So, I didn't get the gas. I understand when people say that. There should be some, there's going to be home court advantage in any sport when somebody on their court. Um, I think Danny did an excellent job. No bias involved. I'm probably just as big of a Rock fan as anybody, and I thought Rock material was crazy. The After Effect, it just re-dropped. You can go rewatch that on the app if you got it. But the After Effects of people saying that I think they said Rock used some of those words in him versus Real Nakashi. As an artist, like as a pure Raw fan and someone who's judged battles and I judge battles, on a consistent on a consistent setting, like I judge them the same way every time. When you reuse material that I have heard, I do have to take away from it. Now, with that being said, as I watched the battle, what Rock was saying, I had never heard. Even if he had used it previously, I had never heard it. It was ugly. Like I drew it with my left. Come on, man. Those bars were compact. Those bars were. He went in that third round. In that second. No, what round was that? In that third where they said he used the merchant. No, it's the second round where they. No, it was the third round. They said the third round he used the bars from Real Nakashi. I still, in the moment, I liked what he was doing. Of course, when I heard about it, you go look. Of course, he did. He explained it, and what I was saying to begin with, before I got into all that, I deal with a lot of artists. I recorded songs in the past myself. No, I do not battle rap. I don't want to battle rap. Just check out BMM, check out the media company, check out the apparel, check out the slides. I'm working within the culture. I manage. I do all that. I don't want to be a battle rapper, but from a stance of an artist or someone who puts out a product, if you've never presented that product to a wider audience, then if you feel like you introduced that product in a good way and then you go on a bigger platform and you redo that, I can understand why Rock did it in this sense. Did I take away from it afterwards? Yeah. Yes and no, because I enjoyed the battle. I still had Danny Myers winning. So it was what it was. I thought Rock was phenomenal. Good battle. I don't see what all the, I seen so much slander on so many people because people were saying they had Rock in the beginning or whatever. Honestly, I think a lot of people seen it the same way I seen it, and when they seen someone with an opposing vision, they were saying people were compromised and biased. Man, all media people, and I'm just saying this because if you tuned into me, you think I'm a media person, I'm a vlogger, whatever. All of us have our favorites, but when I watch battle rap, because I'm trying to come and give y'all this information back, I'm watching it objectively, and I'm taking my favorite out, and I'm taking him on what he raps, because that's what we are here for, and I want to give y'all the best information possible. I think that's what it came down to. A lot of people wanted Rock to win. Danny came in, won, and a lot of people just, oh, it was gas, oh, it was this. But, at the end of the day, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Stop the slander of people are compromised or what have you. People are human, and that's all it is. Let's talk about the energy. let me get a little sip here. Let me get my water. Y'all excusing me. I hope y'all excusing me. I'll get a cut. Chill out. What I'm saying is, Midnight Madness is underway. They out there bowling. They out there doing private setting. I think they were saying, Surf was saying like 60 people max. They doing a bowling tonight. They got lanes. I think it's dope. I no hater in my blood. I like what they doing. As a media company, we working with the Shirakis. Shout out to Big Shiraki shit. I don't care if I don't monetize on this, and none of that matters. Big Shiraki shit. Shout out to the Shirakis, but I'm gonna be impartial with each of these battles. So when I give you my predictions, it's not based on any bias. But let's talk about this card and talk about. Before I do this, shout out to EFM. Shout out to Spaces. Shout out to Greedy. Shout out to cats like Bum Nitty, cats like Doc, cats like I've been in the spaces moving around, and I wasn't even dealing with Twitter. And I got over to Twitter and found a community of a lot of like-minded individuals that love battle rap, and it was so much more refreshing than what I was doing on a lot of other platforms, Instagram and stuff like that. So I've been in the spaces going crazy. I'm able to get my work done in here around the office, put it in my ear, getting in a few good conversations with some of the greatest in battle rap. So shout out to EFM, shout out to Surf, shout out to everybody who got everybody over there on Twitter on the spaces going crazy. Y'all come check that out. Midnight Madness is the card of our cards. If you're on this channel tuned in, I'm sure you heard of it. So let's get into my prediction. We're gonna start at the bottom of the card and work our way up. The first battle was for that OMA belt. Surf. I don't look into cameras, man. I don't like it like that, facial recognition. But I got a couple guys that's going to be coming for that OMA belt. One-man army. Two new guys, Just Cuz and Mr. Hustle. Salute Hustle. Miss Hustle. Just Cuz and Mr. Hustle are battling for the OMA belt. The OMA is basically someone who doesn't have a team, kind of a newer name, coming in, money on the floor, going for a belt around some of the biggest and best in battle rap. I think that's dope. I think it's a dope opportunity for Just Cuz and for Mr. Hustle. Just Cuz, from what I've seen, is an animal. Just Cuz is kind of known in some of the battle rap spaces. I don't know if y'all know, but he's definitely nice. Something y'all gonna want to check out when it drops on YouTube. Hustle, I did go watch some of Mr. Hustle battles because all the talk and just to put my mind at ease on what I know when I tell y'all about these matchups. He got some pockets of flows. I've heard him say some dope stuff. I think one battle, if you want to go check out from Mr. Hustle, is him versus Chef Trez. Dope battle. He said some dope stuff in it. He can get in and out of my pockets. He kind of remind me of like, not in rap style, but when you see him, so you ready, Mr. Hustle, you'll see him, he's kind of like Big T or something. I mean, not Big T, kind of like, hey man, who does Mr. Hustle look like, man? He look like a battle, T-Top, kind of like T-Top or something, like a lighter T-Top, but dope battler, man. I got Just Cuz on the OMA belt. After that, you got the Underdog belt with J2. Shout out Naptown, J2, Naptown, King Chaos, and BMM is definitely supporting J2 and Naptown. He gonna be battling Bad News for the Underdog belt. Now, ain't gonna say Bad News. I've seen Bad News go crazy, but not win the battle. J2 has been coming and winning battles and making people look different when they sing now. Whatever a man's sexual preference is or whatever, that don't matter. That man can rap. I got J2, probably like 2-1. if you want to give bad news around in that small room setting, I can understand that. So probably J2 2-1 for the underdog belt. Shout out to both of them artists. I hope they do well. Big opportunity for J2 coming out of Naptown, so you know I love that. Let's get into talking about these ladies. You gotta talk about Prestavia. I'm sorry, I always want to say Prestige. I don't know. Prestavia and Yoshi G. That battle right there would not be going down on Midnight Madness. But the battle was originally put together on Midnight Madness, took on a life of its own, and now will be on Remy Ma very own Chrome 23 card, where she bringing out the best ladies, giving them the best show, the best opportunity, best checks they ever had. So that's super dope for battle rap. That's super dope for the ladies of battle rap. Both Prestavia and Yoshi, I'm sure, are going to be getting treated better than they ever have in any battle situation. They're going to have the best media access after and before the battle. So that's dope for them, for Midnight Madness, for the artists to come together, put together their own card, put together a fight or a battle that's so dope that it's already been picked up by another platform. It's crazy. Salute to those ladies. Salute to everybody involved in getting that done. I like Prestavia, and I believe that she's going to put on a great battle. If you ask me now that the venue has been moved, and you know, no disrespect to gun titles, because I'm rocking with gun titles, Gutter City, Chiracis, you know what's up, them is my guys. But I think on this bigger stage, the change from the small 60 people setting to a 300 people setting, big lights, big hair and makeup, Yoshi has the better experience in that caffeine setting. So the transition from a caffeine setting to what Prestavia has been doing may throw Prestavia off. When I thought about it before, I had Prestavia in that close quarters battle. Not clear either way. This is kind of my 2-1 either way battle. But when they moved it to this new venue and Remy got involved, even though it's going to elevate Prestavia, and I know she's going to have a wonderful career, I think that Yoshi is going to come in there and seize the opportunity and steal this one away. 2-1 Yoshi G. You heard it from me by My Money TV. King Chaos. Alright, let's move on to Shuni and Fendi. Shuni is a certified OG on this. Shuni and Fendi is going, I think with Shuni and Fendi going for, what is it, the hardcore belt. The hardcore belt can be transferred on any league. So if you got that belt, you can be cross seas, battling a chick cross seas, and you can put the belt up to make it more exciting. For me, Fendi can spit. Fendi can go crazy. But what Shuni does, I think is going to translate in this room. If Shuni can get her material out clean without any problems, this is going to be a great battle. In the end, I think I'm going to edge it to Fendi. Fendi 2-1. Fendi 2-1 for the women's hardcore belt. True Foe and Drugs. Now, I told y'all after the drugs with Lou Castro battle that I was going to get into drugs on this Lou Castro on the SuperFight card, that we was going to get into drugs again on this Midnight Madness card, and he's going against Big Chiracis, True Foe, my guy, New Midwest Movement on Midnight Madness for the War Dog belt. The War Dog belt is just that. It's the belt for the War Dogs. Those that's built for to get in these rooms and just get it in. Drugs had a crazy showing against Lou Castro. His last time out. True Foe last time out was against Royalty on Geechee Gotti's Monopoly card. Personally, I'm a True Foe fan. I've seen what he done in these smaller leagues in the Midwest. I've seen him come into these little rooms and do his thing. So personally, in this one, this is how I'm breaking it down. I can't just skip over this one and tell y'all who I got. So I gotta draw it out. I'm sorry. There's been a lot of back and forth in the spaces. We talked about the spaces. I'm telling y'all, get on Twitter, follow about my money. I think I'm about my millions on there. But follow about my money TV. You put about my money TV, I'm coming up. It don't matter. So put about my money TV. Follow us on all platforms. Get into the spaces. But on the spaces, Drugs and True Foe, they had they back and forth, putting the energy in a battle, making a battle one of those battles that everybody want to see. Drugs said his piece. True Foe said his piece. Now it's time for the battle. I think this may have motivated Drugs a little more than he was motivated for this battle in the beginning, because he just came off such a substantial win on URL. But I think since True Foe just came off a loss versus World on Monopoly, that he's coming in with a different chip on his shoulder. These rooms, small rooms, really can't move. Niggas in there smoking. That's where we come from in the Midwest. I know the DMV reputation, but I definitely know the Midwest. I definitely know Chicago. My father's from Chicago. My mother's from Mississippi. I grew up in Naptown. I've been all around. But I know these Midwest rooms. I love the dark rooms where the smoke is going. And that's where True Foe is from. So I'm giving this battle definitely to my dog True Foe. 2-1. I don't see Drugs coming in there trying to drop a line. But just the way in the pockets in which True Foe can get in. He get this material out clean. Drugs in trouble in Midnight Madness. 2-1. True Foe over Drugs. Snake Eyes and None. I almost jumped over this one. This is one of those ones, man, where everybody's been going back and forth. Surf got his thing with Snake Eyes, you know, so they've been having their back and forth. People been betting money. Shout out to Tone, bro. Shout out to Cola. Shout out to Black Companies. You know, them is my guys over there. I've been supporting their movement for a long time. Tone Road manages Snake Eyes. I think when you go back and look at Snake Eyes' battle history, Snake Eyes has battles where you see glimpses of light, where you see where he can get into a pocket where you enjoy what he's saying. And then he has times where you don't get that feeling. I think one of his last battles, I think maybe versus Ryder was the last battle. No, he had a good one versus Dev. I'm not gonna cap on him. But those was the last couple battles that I really cared for. I didn't care for the him and Henny Man battle. I don't think he clearly 30 Henny Man. But going against None and None is hungry right now. I think None is the mindset that he been having good showings and not getting a place in what he's looking for. So the back and forth with him and Snake Eyes has probably just ignited that. I really got None in this one, 2-1. They going for the hardcore belt. That's the men's hardcore. So if you say Shuni and Fendi's going for the women's hardcore, then Snake Eyes and None going for the men's hardcore. I got 9-2-1 over Snake Eyes. Sorry, my guy Tony, bro, and Colin. I got None over Snake Eyes. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm ever wrong, I'll get back on this camera and say, hey, man, good battle, I was wrong. So I got that one 2-1. The main battle on the card, the headliner on this card is OG Big Tuna, Big T, against Lou Castro. Now, this card is so strange because it correlates a lot of the same rappers from that SuperFight card. So that's kind of why I want to start this blog over January and start with the SuperFight card. So when I went to Midnight Madness card, we have already talked about some of these battles we talking about, so you can see their motivation going into this next battle. See how I transition there. So Lou Castro was battling Drugs in the last one. He's battling Big T now. Drugs, who was battling Lou, is now battling True Foe, which both correlate back to Chiraqui, Chicago. So the whole Midwest, the whole Chiraqui movement, the DMV movement is a part of a lot of these cards that's going on. So salute to us, salute to them. I think in this setting, Big T can go wild and make Castro look crazy if he's not motivated. If he go in there and do what he did versus Drugs, forget a line, drop a line, say I'm great, get it back. Unfortunately, Lou, like I said in the last one with Drugs, the issue of you moving up so fast and then kind of cresting and coming down, now you definitely need something to catapult you back up. In the same way, Big T needs to be catapulted back up, even though he had, I think his last caffeine was, what, Bill Collector. You know what I mean? Not the craziest, but still Big T. I think what Big T needs is this room. He comes from this room, like I said, True Foe, Chicago, Big T is pioneer of that movement. So those little rooms, small, him and Surf, little room, they was in a hat shop or whatever that was in Detroit, Midwest. So y'all see where I'm going with this. Big T thrives in that area. Lou Castro got a lot of more universal material. I think Lou Castro has a bright future. I think he did a great job last year with building the momentum and building the catalog of battles. But now he got to win one. And it's a big dog too. It's great to see on your resume. A lot of people would love to have a battle with Big T on their resume. Well, I got in this one, not to drag it on anymore, it's Big T. I think Castro can definitely put together a round that people in that room gonna be feeling. But I gotta have Big T 2-1 on this respectfully. Shout out to Lou Castro. I hope you know that you get it back, but you might have to get it back after this one, because I think Big T is coming to show people why he's Big T. And with all the money on the floor and all his peers around him, I think he's gonna flourish in that room. That's the Midnight Madness card. Salute to all you guys, man. I'm really, if y'all ain't hip to the channel, smash the, it's probably right there, or go, down there, wherever it is, when smash that subscribe button, man. Come check me out. I'm usually faded up on this thing, man. Waves nice on this thing, but I had to throw that beanie on for this, man, and just do what I had to do today, man, because I wanted to get the information out here to the people. Big T and Lou Castro are gonna be crazy in that small room. We went over Snake Eyes and None. I got None shooting in Fendi. I think I got Fendi in that room. True Foe and Drugs. True Foe for sure. J2 and Bad News. I got J2. Just Cuz Mr. Hustle. I got Just Cuz and Prestavia and Yoshi. Not going down on this card. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I did, however, give y'all who I thought I would win, who would win and why. If you stuck around this long, you got through the prediction of Midnight Madness, we appreciate you. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you come and check out some more of my content. I'm going to have a lot of more dope content, dropping way more consistently this year. This is our first vlog. We kicking off the new year. We coming in. We blue light special on them. We doing what we doing this year. So y'all come through, mess with me. I'm going to give y'all the best breakdowns. I'm going to give y'all the honest truth. Ain't no friends. About My Money TV. You already know what it is. We ain't doing nothing but going up. Before y'all go though, check out what I got. We got a card coming to Indiana on One Shot Battle League. A league that I support wholeheartedly. Shout out to them. Shout out to everything they doing. Mike Extreme. You know, all the photographers, everybody over there. You know, everybody, man. Shout out to what they got going on. I try to support all things in Midwest and my region. If they, you know, if they show me love, I'm showing them love back, and I think that's how it should be. I'm showing people love that don't show me love, so I'm definitely gonna show love to my city and the cities around Midwest first. No disrespect to no other city, but definitely gotta talk about a couple battles coming up on their card. I think their card is called, if I got the right iPhone, we got to find out. Let me get the right iPhone. I think the card is called. Alright, I got it. Come on, camera, you ain't gonna do me like that. You ain't gonna autofocus. Come on, auto on me. You can, if y'all could see that, if it would autofocus for me, that's S. Capone and Mr. Oh, there you go. You can see it a little bit. S. Capone and Mr. Mills. Draft day. S. Capone is a veteran of the battle on beat. Definitely a veteran in battle rap. Mr. Mills, well known for his JC battle or RBE. Definitely a pioneer, you know, in the Midwest, and especially Indiana. Mills can overpower S. Capone in a small room setting. I don't know where this is going to be held at. I just know that this is coming up 3 rounds. S. Capone versus Mr. Mills on draft day for One Shot Battle League. If you're interested in seeing when that's dropping, all you got to do is look up One Shot Battle League, draft day, everything will pop up. So you're going to have S. Capone versus Mr. Mills. S. Capone is a talented battle rapper. I don't take nothing from me. I'm sure Mills ain't taking him lightly. But I got Mr. Mills in this one. Capone can definitely pull it out, but I'm taking Mills. Then you got King 8 versus Mega the Savage. Mega is nice. Now, biasness aside, King 8 goes crazy, man. I seen King 8 turn up and make you feel like you watching a URL battle. Mega has great voice projection. I like his style, but I got Ape in this one. Think it's gonna be dope. There's only 2 battles I got off of that One Shot Battle League card, but y'all stay on the lookout for draft day. King Ape versus Mega the Savage, and S. Capone versus Mr. Mills on One Shot Battle League on their draft day card, man. I just wanted to make sure I did that, man, so I can shout out my local leagues. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop y'all more content this year, man. I'm going to go crazy with the content. Y'all know y'all can get the merch, bmlmerch.com. Cash App is $BML merch. The logo, the bird with the wings, the body, double M's. About making money. BMM About My Money. We got BMM merch. We got BMM slides. We got BMM basketball shorts. We got it all. DM me for any camera work in the Midwest area, man. And I appreciate y'all coming in, dropping back down on About My Money TV. I promise y'all more consistent content. We're going crazy this year. We're going to bring you all the latest in URL about Midnight Madness, KOTD, or whatever it is, battle rap this year. You can catch it right here on About My Money TV. Hit the subscribe bell. Come back, man. Let me know what y'all want to hear about. And if you got Midwest battle cards coming up, make sure you send them to my inbox on any of our social media. I'll check them out, and I'll try to get some of these predictions at the end like I did for One Shot. You're definitely going to hear more from One Shot. You're definitely going to be hearing from Raw Talent. I'm definitely supporting anybody doing something in the Indiana area, so you'll see a lot of that. But I'm going to always bring you the facts.